452, and we have to return the what we are saying. It is saying we have to return the minimum number of arrows, and that must be short to all the balloons. So let's read the question. What is saying? Minimum number of arrows to burst balloons. Okay, so always focus what we have to return and then start reading the question, so it will be very easy. There is saying there are some spherical balloons and tapped onto a flat wall that represent the xy plane. Okay, means if I'll consider, let's see, these are our xy plane. Okay, these are our xy plane. Okay, now it is saying there is some spherical balloons, right? So if we'll talk about, this is a spherical, this is also a spherical, right? I'll take another one here also. Okay, we can take here also, and we can increase this one. Okay, now it is saying, what is saying, the balloons are represented in 2D integer array. That's fine. And points is what? X start and Y start. If this is x start point, this is x end, right? X end. Similarly, this will be remain, this will be also x start, this is also x end, this is x start, x end, right? Like that you can represent the points, right? So this is point P1, this is point P2, P3, P4. Okay, now the question is saying, next point is saying, denote the balloons in horizontal diameter. That is a horizontal diameter. It's fine, we can say horizontal diameter, like this, right? You can say keep it like that, horizontal, and that x start and end. All the diameter of this one is horizontally. I'm taking balloon spherical, circular, but it should be spherical. Now you do not know the exact y coordinate of the balloons, right? So arrow can be shot up directly vertically in the y position from different points along with the x start. Balloon with x start and x end is burst by an arrow that shot x, and that is x start should be less than equal to this and this. Okay, now the another point is saying that we have one arrow, right? When we shot an arrow, right, here is a uh, right, here someone is throwing the arrow, right, and this arrow will start moving, right? So if this arrow will go up, so it will break, it will burst two balloons, right? And if it will go similarly, it will balloons two balls, two arrows he will do. So we have to direct vertically, we have to short the arrows, right? So it is saying the same thing, right? Now if saying the, it should be at x, right? It should be at some x. And what is x? X is, he is saying x is less than equal to x start, and y x is also less than sorry, x is greater than equal to x start and x is less than equal to x end. Okay, so now there is no limit to the number of arrows that can be shot. So there is no limit, it can be shot any number of arrows, sorry, balloons. There can be many balloons. Okay, now a balloons with the x start and the y start is done, right? So a arrow keep traveling up infinitely, bursting any balloons in its path, so it will go to till infinite. Okay, now we have to return at the given point, given the array points is already given. Now we have to return the minimum number of arrows that can be must be shot to the burst all the balloons, right? So let's understand the example first. Okay, so this is example one, and it is given, it has given some points, right? So now we have to check this x, right? So when I am sending this arrow at x, right? So how many balloons he can get at a point, right? So if we'll check about here, right? So that's it, that is 10 2 1 7, right? So and this is the end, right? So 10 16, 10 16, we can check. Let's see, this is p1, p1 we will start with a smaller. This is p1, this is p2, this is p3, and this is p4. Okay, now you can see that I am taking this one. If we'll take p1, right, p1 is at what, 6. Okay, so if we sort, in example it is saying if we'll take x equal to sort, right, equal to 6, it means if we'll take x 6 means x is what, greater than equal to what, p1.1 and p2.2. It is greater than both, greater than 2 and greater than 1 also, right? That's why we will choose these two at x equal to 6. Okay, when we will take x equal to what, 11 here, then we can choose what, x equal to 10 and 7, because the x equal to 11 is less than, sorry, is greater than what, give me 1 minute, is greater than 10 and greater than 7, right? And that's why we can choose p3 and p4 at here at x equal to what, at 11, right? And that's why we can sort to, if we start from here, x equal to what, 6, x equal to 6 or x equal to 11, so both places we can sort two balloons at a time. Okay, so there can be two balloons we can sort by two arrows, right? So that's all we have here. If we'll talk about the example 2, you can assume the similarly, right? So let's start the coding problem, and we'll see that how we can implement this one. Okay, right? So what we have given, we have given all the points we have given, right? So what we will do, we will find what we should do, right? Actually, if this type of problem you have given, right, so first think about the algorithm, what we should do. So now the algorithm is straightforward, right? What we can do, we will sort the balloon by end coordinate x end. Okay, and then we will initiate the end coordinate of balloon which ends first, right? So we will take first end and we'll take the point which is ending at the first. Why we have taken the x equal to 6 first and then x equal to 11, right? Why we have chosen? Because we have to initiate the first end, right, where the first balloon will uh, end, right? And then that is our first end, you can say. And then what we should do, we will initiate the number of arrows equal to -1, we can say. Okay, so let me write here the algo. What we can do, right, we will sort the balloon. Okay, we will sort the balloon by end, right? That is our end coordinate, you can say, end coordinate. And then that is known as what, that we will take as x end. Okay, next step in next step what we will do, initiate we will initiate our word, sorry, we will initiate our end, we will initiate the end, right, end coordinate, and of a balloon, right? And which will what will happen, which will first end, right, which will ends, right, ends first. And that is what, that we can say, that is our if we'll talk about, we will write at first, and this is first end. Okay, and this is our point. So let's see how we'll do that. We'll take points, and that is points is already given, right? And that is our 0 and that is 1, right? Now we have initiated our first end. Now what we will do, we will initiate the number of arrows, right? So if we'll talk about the how we'll do that, initiate initiate the number of arrows, right? We will do initiate the number of arrows, right, by arrows equal to 1. In next step what we will do, we will iterate all the balloons, right? And if the balloons start at first end, then we will increase the number of arrows by 1, and then we will set the what we will do, we will set the end, right, first end to equal to the end of the current balloons, and then we will return the number of arrow. So if you'll talk about how, what we'll do, I will iterate, we should iterate over all the balloon, right, all the balloons. Now what we will do, we will, while iterating, what we will do, we will do first what, if the balloons start after, you can say first and right, then what we will do, we should what we should do, we should say, we should set, right, we should set this first end that we have taken, this first end equal to what, we will set equal to to be equal, we can say equal to equal to what we will say, that to the end, right, we will set to the end of the current balloon, right, this one. And if that is done, then finally we will return what, arrows. Now we are clear. If you will try, you can pause and you can try your in your way, right. So this is our algo, you can say this is our algo. Okay, now how we will start, right, what we have told, first we will sort the uh, coordinates, right, by the accent. So first we will check if we should make a condition, if this is our points, right, this point is given, right, so this point dot length, right, we'll check the length. If length is equal to 0, means we don't have any balloons, then we will return what, 0. There is 0 balloons we will do, and number of arrow we will return, right. Now first, in the first step, what I have told you, in the first step we will sort. How we will sort, what is happening here, yeah, first we will sort, right, sort by xn, right, x and how we'll do that, we'll take arrays dot sort, and this method will take one points, right, and other is uh, we can pass comparator, right, so comparator can be, will take one object 1 comma object 2, and this object 1 comma object 2 will, how we'll do that, we will write like that, and we can close here, right. So first we can't simply use directly, right, o1 minus o2 trick, we don't know, right, o1 object 1 minus object 2 trick, because this will cause an integer overflow, right, for all the large small values. So what we will do here, we'll check directly if o1 object 1 at 1, okay, equal to what, object 2 at 1. If that is equal, we should return what, we should return 0, correct. If object 1 at 1 is equal to 1, in that case we will return 0. If that is not the case, right, if that is not the case, what we will do, if object is less than, is object 1 is less than object 2, we will return what, we should return -1. Else what we will do, we will return 1. Now we have sorting is done, right. Now we will initialize our what, in the step 2 we will initiate the number of arrows, right. So then number of arrows will take arrows equal to what, 1, and then we'll take int x start, this is our x start, and x and another, we can take two variable, first will take end, and that is what, our points that I have taken points, right, and this point will take what, 0 and 1. Okay, now we have to make our loop. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, now we have set the number of rows here, right? This is till this step is done. Now we have to iterate all the over the balloons. So how we'll do that? We will first make a loop, right? To iterate, we'll take for loop. We'll take a single point at a time. This is our single point. How we'll take point? From point we'll take p, right? Or that is say take point like that. Okay, and this is our points. Sorry, points, points, right? From points I'm getting a point, and what we'll do, we'll take x, that we have taken x start here. So x start equal to what? Point at 0, right? Next, in the next step, what I will do, we'll take x and that is equal to what? Point 1. Sorry. So, okay. Now what we will do that, if the current balloons start after the end of the another one, so one need what? One more arrow, right? So what we will do, we'll check if first end, this is our first end, right? And that is the first end if less than our x start. First end is less than x start. What we will do here, we will increase our arrows, correct? Arrows plus plus, and then our first end we have to update. First end equal to what? This is the x end, right? This x end. Like this we will do. Means first we will check if that is first end is less than x start, right? Then we will update that number of arrows and this one. Okay, similarly, so these steps are done. Now we should do what we should do. Iteration is done, right? Now we have set the first end equal to the current end, right? Now what we have to do, finally we will return our arrows. Return arrows here. This is our final step, right? See, final step. So all things we have done. What we have did here, first we have taken, if length is equal to 0, then we will return 0. If not, then we will sort the all the points, right? And then we'll take a arrow. We have to initialize the arrow, x start, x end, and the first end, right? Then we will move to all the points, right? So all the sorted point, right? Now what we'll do, at x start point 0, right? X start at point 0, x end 1, right? That we have. Now what we should do, we will check the first end is less than x start. Then we have to increase our arrow. We have to increment our arrow, and then we have to update our first end equal to go to x start. Sorry, x end. Right? Now what we have to do, we have to return the final arrow because we have traversed all the points. Right? Now we have our number of arrows. You can say how many arrows we will require, that we have now. Now let me run. Yeah, so it is compiling. Let me submit this one. Oh, very good. Consistency key. See you tomorrow. So this is done. So now if we'll talk about the complexity, right? So what we are taking here, because of sorting, right? We are here doing we are sorting. What we are doing here, sorting. And at the time of sorting, what we have, we are doing n log n. Okay. And for the extra spaces, right, what we have taken, we have taken list dot sort, right? And this internally it use time sort, right, algorithm, and that takes O of n, that one. As we also know, in the Java, arrays dot sort, that takes quick sort algorithm, which has space complexity O log n, right? And other you can say on. Okay, so let me write here. So we can say that uh, time complexity is O n log n, and a space complexity is also on we can say, or you can say o log n due to array dot sort, because Java in Java arrays dot sort, it is a you can write somewhere is it is a quick sort, and quick sort takes the space complexity o log n, right, this one. And any other language it is taking on. So if you will use any other language like Python or something, then it will take on, and if you're using Java, then it will take o log n. Okay, so thank you guys. Please comment me and like, subscribe the videos, and after the subscription, it will help me to grow the channel, and I'll keep posting this video. So please subscribe and share this video on where you want. Thank you so much.